close my eyes, only for a moment, then the moment's gone. All my dreams pass before my eyes in curiosity. And that's all I know. Thank you. Yeah. All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. I believe this is episode 10, and one of my buddies is supposed to be on the show today, but had to cancel, and you know who you are, so don't even front what's going down, all right? But this one I wanted to talk about, and I think this is valuable information. So I'm going to do this one solo. Next week we'll have on a guest, and for the next month and the next month after that, I got things planned. I got things booked. I got things settled, all right? But for now, we're going to talk about doing things that set you on fire. Doing things that set you on fire. Because when you do those things, it makes you a better human being. Doing the things that set you on fire. Because when you do those things, you become a better human being, right? Because most of the time, we're walking through life cloudy, foggy, hazy, just shoulders kind of down, slumped over, not as upright and on fire as we could be. This is one of those things that sets me on fire. And what I've noticed when I do these things, when I do this podcast, is that my life around it becomes better as well. I'm more friendly. I'm more engaged. I'm more present within my own life and the people who are in my life. And that's very, very important. Another thing is just working out, simply working out, getting those endorphins, getting the dopamine, getting the serotonin, the neurotransmitters in your brain, what those things that go on in your brain whenever you're working out make you happy. What is the end goal, people? What the fuck is the end goal? It's to be happy. That's the bottom line. It's to be happy, to go through this life as happy as possible. Now, granted, you have to take the good with the bad. So you can't always be happy. Sometimes you have to be sad. Sometimes. But in those challenging moments and the tough moments, it's up to you to decide what you're going to do with your life in order to overcome those challenges. And I talk about the same shit over and over again, but it's so important. People vary widely across the world, but when it comes down to it, I have a belief that people simply want to be happy. People vary widely in their definition of happiness. But when it comes down to it, my belief is that people want three things for the majority of people: health, wealth, and love. That's all. Health, you want to be healthy. You want to have enough money to pay your bills and live life and do things, whether it's travel, go out to have an ice cream, whatever the simple pleasures are for you after your bills are paid, saving money, taking your kids on a vacay, taking your mom or dad on a vacay, whatever it is. So the wealth provides those types of things. And then love, friendship, relationship, a great relationship. Those three things. I believe with those three things, people can fundamentally be happy. Okay? And I would say the fourth thing is, in order to live like a really good life, is find a purpose. Find something that's bigger than yourself and work towards that. Because when you do that, you feel on fire. You definitely feel on fire when you're accessing a energy that is greater than what is currently here. You feel good. You feel magnificent. You feel like you have a purpose in life. And when old people retire, many of them die. Why do you think that is? Because they no longer have a purpose. Or when their spouse dies, they feel like they no longer have a purpose. And then my belief, and I don't know the science behind this, but my belief is the body, if the mind does not believe there is purpose in living life anymore, then it'll shut down the body. Now, especially when you're older, right now, if you're watching this, find a purpose. Find something that will make your life better. Dedicate yourself to something. All the professional people, athletes, singers, actors, doctors, well, maybe not doctors or lawyers, but the people who are really good in life and are famous and are enjoying the fame right around this age, 30, like their 20 to 30s, they all started off real young, knowing what they wanted to do. Now, if you're watching this and you're 30, it's important for you to get an idea of what it is that you want to do. Because 30, you may be starting later in the game, and you may not be able to be a professional athlete anymore because you're in your physical prime, and it may not be possible for you to achieve something like that as far as professional athletics. But you're not in your prime when it comes to your mind. So if you can find an endeavor where you can practice and hone your skills for the next 10 years, 5-10 years, the way that I see it in doing this podcast, there's no physical requirements that force me to exert myself like LeBron James. So when it comes to physicality, that's out of the door. I don't need to be physical. But there's things in my mind that I can continue to sharpen, better interview questions, better conversation flow, better technical capabilities when it comes to recording, audio, video, lighting, better maturity, personality, humor. All these things can sharpen, which provides more entertainment value and more value in general, knowledge value that I could provide. And I can become more captivating, exciting, more personable, bring more guests that are higher level people, and on and on and on and on. And see, this is very exciting and doesn't require any physical requirement. This is all a mental concoction. A little bit of physical exertion, just like, basic stuff, setting this stuff up or whatever, spending time in order to edit and things like that. It's a little bit physical. Mostly mental though. And I'm not even in my prime yet when it comes to mental. I don't think I'll be until like another 10 years or so, or maybe even 20, because my dad's still very, very sharp. My mom's still very, very sharp, and they're in their late 40s. So when it comes to your life, have you found anything that is worthwhile pursuing? I believe that you have a gift, some type of special talent that you had when you were way, way young, and that it diminished over time. I believe that every person in the world has an opportunity to provide some type of value, whether it's just to one person or to a billion people. You have something inside of you that you need to get out, and it needs to help somebody else. Or else, why the fuck are you here? What are you doing here? What are you doing here besides existing, soaking up the air, and wasting away? What are you doing, man? Do something. This is very, very important. You need to make other people's lives better. So I hope that you're doing that already, and I hope that you can find something that you enjoy doing, because when you do that, it sets you on fire and you can become a better human being. And through becoming a better human being, not only you become better, but the people around you become better, just by osmosis, just by a transfer of energy, just by people seeing you do good things and get motivated and inspired by your actions and want to take action. My hope is that you find this endeavor and that you pursue this endeavor. And then you hit me up and be like, hey, Marty, you motherfucker are the one that told me to do this. And then I'll be like, that's right. Give you a fist bump. Let's get it. #peace.